Everybody, back with another tier list today. As you can see, it should be a relatively straightforward one. I'm just going to be ranking some 2D shapes. Got like the normal ones like circle, square, hexagon, things like that. But there's also a few more unique ones, like there's the heart, like parallelogram. So yeah, the rankings shouldn't need too much explanation because it's just do you like the shape really? Not much to say about them. So we'll get started. We're going up in number of sides, so as we go along there'll be more edges. And so starting off with, classic circle. It's a nice looking shape. Lots of uses. Can get confused with a or, I guess. Is a bit of a downside. But, like unlimited symmetry. Lots of equations about a circle. Does look nice. I think circles are solid A tier shape. It looks nice. Satisfying. Then we have oval. Stretched out circle. I feel like it's sort of just a worse circle really, and it just doesn't have the same symmetry. Doesn't look as nice. I think it's still alright though. I feel it's just a mid tier. Then we have the heart, which I've classed as sort of a two-sided shape, as you sort of see. Two sides, sort of. Not really a mathematical shape as much really. It's more like but it's it's on the list. It's a shape. Lots of uses. It has like a meaning. Whereas like you love something, you give it the heart. In terms of just the shape itself, it's relatively unique. You don't see many shapes with curves and like sharp corners. So it's decent. I'd say it's a B tier shape. And then we have onto the three-sided shapes. You have an equilateral triangle. It's sort of the typical triangle you think of, I guess, when you think triangle is equilateral. It's decent, satisfying. Yeah, I do like a triangle. It's not bad. I think it's also B tier. Right angle triangle. This is sort of the maths triangle, like you do your Pythagoras or your functions and things on the right angle triangles. So that sort of has negative connotations for me, and I just don't think it's as satisfying as like the equilateral. I think it's a D tier. Then we have a square. Very standard shape. Just square, the box. Probably one of the first things you think of if someone just says think of a shape. You're probably thinking square, I'd guess. It's the most common thing, or at least what I'd think of initially, I think. Nothing fancy, but a classic shape. I think it's just a standard shape in it. I feel like it's a C tier shape, it's just down the middle, gets the job done, nothing special. Then this though, four-sided shape again, but like in the diamond. I really like this actually. It's it's different, looks nice, be good for like a badge. Sort of is like NO badge, is it? That's like a diamond, but yeah, I think that's a very nice shape. Just nice points, got some symmetry. Looks just very satisfying. I think that's an S to be honest. I think that's my favourite shape I've got through so far. Then we have parallelogram. Sort of like the pushed over square, or pushed over rectangle even, whatever. Yeah, not great in my opinion, sort of just a less neat square. Yeah, yeah, it just feels like it's just off, because square is such a common shape. Just looking at it leaning a bit sort of puts me off a bit. I feel like, yeah, I'm not a fan really. I'll put that in E tier. They have a rectangle. Sort of, stretched out square, has two sides longer, two sides shorter. I feel like it's just also a worse square, why have a rectangle when you can have a square? Feel like D tier. Then we've got a pentagon, five-sided shape. Quite satisfying, decent. Looks nice. Feel the points look nice. It's just a decent shape. Also feel like good bad shape. I feel like, yeah, I feel that's a B tier shape. It's quite nice. Then we have a trapezium, or I think some countries call it a trapezoid. But you can see here it's kind of like the two parallel lines, but one's longer than the other, and then they're joined up. It's an interesting shape. I quite like it, to be honest. I don't know why. Just it's got the slopes and the straights. Just a satisfying shape overall. Yeah, I like it. I think it's an A tier shape, to be honest. I do like it. Then we have the hexagon. Another more classic one. 6-sided shape hexagon is the guy. Nice symmetry. Does look quite nice. I think it's decent. I think it's a B tier. We have a heptagon. It's a standard 7-sided shape. It does lose some symmetry as it's like got the uneven amount of sides. Sort of getting there on terms of like getting too many sides where you sort of it's hard to distinguish initially. You have to sort of count them maybe. It's not my favourite, to be honest. I feel like it's a D tier. We have octagon. I feel like octagon's sort of the last shape where 8 sides is kind of the limit. Once you get to like nonagon, decagon, they sort of just look like they have too many sides. Start looking like getting towards a circle. I mean, obviously you need to get an awful lot of sides before it looks like a circle fully. But I feel like octagon's sort of the top end of this is still looks like a distinct shape. Looks quite good. It's got the symmetry. I feel like it's sort of just an upgraded hexagon, to be honest. So yeah, I'll put it in A tier. Then last we have sort of a star shape. Again, not really a typical when you think of it. It's got 10 sides here, but you'd think of a decagon, not a star, really, when you think of that. This is the 5-pointed variant as well. Could have a 4-pointed star, whichever you prefer. Let's say this to me is just not. I don't know. It's just very pointy, isn't it? It's just not satisfying to me. I feel like that's the worst shape on there for me personally. I just don't like that at all. I feel like that's the only F tier for me. Just not a satisfying shape for me personally. Okay, so bit of a straightforward one for you today. Was just shapes, not much explaining to do. It's just, do I like the shape? Put it in a tier list. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Let me know which shapes you like or didn't like. If you've got a tier list you want to see, let me know in the comments. If you've watched this far, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much and goodbye.